Welcome to Colonel Basketball Weekly, featuring the head coaches of Nicholls State University basketball, J.P. Piper and Doobie Plaisance. Today's program is presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional, dedicated to patient-centered excellence. Colonel Basketball Weekly is also sponsored by Rouse's Supermarkets. You're either local or you're not. And People's Health, your Medicare health team.
Good afternoon and welcome to Colonel Basketball Weekly, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional. I'm your host, Mike Wagenheim. The Colonels entered last Thursday's matchup at New Orleans on a bit of a slide. After a 7-2 start in Southland Conference play, Nicholls had dropped consecutive contests during the front end of a four-game road swing. The UNO Privateers, in their first year in the Southland, received a rude welcoming to the league, including a loss at Nicholls in a foul-play game on the conference's opening night. But the Privateers have gotten hot and came into this one winners of four of their previous 5 games. Lakefront Arena in New Orleans, the game tied up 4 minutes in. That's before TJ Carpenter takes away Terrence Sion's pass. The steal and score for Carpenter. He had 6 points, 8 boards, a pair of steals, and a couple of assists in a productive night. Nicholls up 2 at the 12-minute mark. Trodarius Fearson misses everything from inside. Sam McBeth, though, has his outlet pass stolen by McPherson. Corey Dixon with a hoop and foul. Dixon was big, 26 points. He lived at the free throw line. He also registered 9 rebounds. Under 4 to go until the break. Nicholls down by 5. Colonels work it around the perimeter. Can't get anything going in the post. They put it in the hands of Sam McBeth, and he would deliver. McBeth goes 3 of 5 from downtown, scoring 11 points. Nicholls still trailed, though, by 6 at the break. Jeremy Smith, who's been a force for the Colonels, only played 3 minutes in the first half due to foul trouble. He would come alive after the intermission. Didn't take him long either. He takes the inbounds pass, jacks up the 3. UNO maintain a steady lead, though. The Privateers set up McPherson for a 3, giving them a 7-point edge with 16 minutes to go. But Nicholls firing back with under 9 minutes left. A Jadante Fry runner puts the Colonels out in front. Fry with 7 points, 4 boards, and 2 steals. The lead only lasted for 30 seconds, though. Let's move along. Under 5 minutes to play, McPherson would strike again. He recorded 14 points on 5 of 11 shooting. Nicholls down 62-57, down but not out. Final 3 minutes, the Colonels work it to Jeremy Smith. He spots Dantrell Thomas up top for the bonus ball. DT was quiet with just 10 points. He later fouled out. That hoop, though, makes it a 1-point affair as he gets the friendly roll. But Nicholls struggled to get rebounds, especially down the stretch. Christavius Gill can't finish here, but Kevin Hill snags the board. The bucket put UNO up 3, and the Colonels would get no closer. They fall 70-64. The Privateers with 4 offensive rebounds in the final 3 minutes. The Colonels did a terrific job taking care of the ball after halftime, but could not overcome the rebounding deficit. So they try to get off the schneid at Southeastern Louisiana on Saturday. The Lions were coming in on their own slide, really. They had dropped 3 straight before downing McNeese State on Thursday. Let's go to the University Center in Hammond. The Colonels would pounce early, working it around the perimeter and into the hands of TJ Carpenter. The 3-ball puts Nicholls up 8-1, and things were looking good. That wouldn't last. Southeastern goes on a 14-2 run. Jamichael Hawkins, maybe the league's 6th man of the year, comes up with a steal. Anochi Ochi follows with an 18-footer, and Nicholls goes down 5. Ochi hardly missed his shot all day. Colonels down 8 at the break. Second stanza. Nicholls opens up on a 9-1 run. The Lions lay off Jeremy Smith for just a moment, and he drains the bonus ball. Smith scored a game-high 16 points. The Colonels are within 1. They grab the lead at the 14-minute mark. Dantrell Thomas steals the sideline pass. Nice outlet to Amin Torres. Nicholls forced 14 turnovers and had just 6 of their own. It's 43-41 Colonels. With a little over 10 minutes left, Southeastern reclaims the advantage. Hawkins hits the jumper. He scored 12 off the bench. The Lions got 28 points off the pine. They're up 48-47. Colonels fell behind by 9 with 4:30 to play, but they make another run. Sam McBeth hits some big shots down the stretch. The 3 here pulls the Colonels within 4 with 30 seconds left. A few seconds later, a chance to make it a 1-possession game. McBeth off the mark, but Carpenter runs down the rebound. Back to Sam. He doesn't miss again. It's a 2-point ball game with 9 seconds to play. But Dre Evans hits a pair of free throws to ice it. The Lions attempted 27 more free throws than the Colonels, and to their credit, they shot them well. Nicholls falls 71-66. The season series gets split down the middle as the Colonels go searching for answers. Let's take a look at the Southern Conference standings entering this weekend. Stephen F. Austin, Sam Houston State, and Texas A&M Corpus Christi have all clinched a spot in the league tournament. The top 8 eligible teams qualify. SFA still hasn't lost a league game. They've won 21 straight overall. Nicholls currently tied for 5th among eligible clubs. It looks like Southeastern and McNeese State will also be heading to Katy, Texas. Central Arkansas and Lamar are getting close to being mathematically eliminated. With a 3-game homestand coming up for the Colonels, head coach J.P. Piper talked to us earlier in the week about how his club is getting ready to get out of this funk.
I think that anytime you're involved in competitive sports, there's always the opportunity for adversity to creep in. I use the terminology that things are fragile. They're always fragile. An injury, a bad call by an official, a missed shot can sometimes seem like they just upset the whole apple cart. I don't know that there's that much wrong. We've just got to fight harder to get it right. There were moments in the Southeastern game and in the UNO game where we looked like a very good basketball team. Unfortunately, there were too many moments where we didn't. So I use the terminology of finding our identity again. Seeking to do the things that we did to get to 7-2. Starts with defending and rebounding. It's not that they don't understand. The road is hard. It's a long season, 18 games. We looked fatigued Thursday night, out of sorts. I thought we responded well on Saturday, but still not quite good enough. So this bye comes at a good time. We need a little rest. We're off tomorrow, Tuesday, and got to find the energy. We can either wallow in it and feel sorry for ourselves, or we can say, hey, let's go out and do something about it. I think they're going to respond the right way. Of course, only time will tell. But we're not letting up as a coaching staff. And, again, it's not punitive. It's just, hey, we've got to squeeze more out. We've got to push harder. We've got to be better, meet the challenge. And they want to. We had a great practice today. They want to be good. They want to win. So I think they're going to respond.
All right, the Colonels have their next 3 here at Stouffer Gym, where they're 7-1 so far this season. Head coach J.P. Piper with us today. We'll be right back with more of Colonel Basketball Weekly, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional, in just a moment.
You may know Thibodaux Regional was the first hospital in the region to take a leadership role in athletic safety. But did you know they're the only hospital in the region to offer advanced concussion testing technology? That their certified athletic trainers assist high schools with team event coverage, and that they provide prevention education to coaches, athletes, and parents? TJ Boudreau knows they're here for athletes of all ages. Parents, coaches, and athletes know Thibodaux Regional Medical Center for expert, compassionate care.
Donnie, I'm in Rouse's at least 3 times a week, and I want the best prices every day.
Come on, Chef. Let's go shopping.
All right. There's got to be at least 1,000 items just on this one aisle.
At Rouse's, we stock more groceries than anyone else.
I can see that. So what's with the tag? Best price every day.
It's the Rouse's guarantee. You're getting our lowest price every day.
So when I see this tag,
you know you don't have to wait for a sale.
I can shop any day
and get our best price every day. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not.
Well, we're all about the people that we care for. Every day we find a way to make your life better. That's what we're here for. Yeah, we're all about the people. We help you take care of yourself. That's what we do. We're here for you with people's health.
Welcome back to Colonel Basketball Weekly, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional. The Nicholls men's basketball team is back at home this weekend. They'll take on McNeese State on Saturday. These teams went to overtime earlier this season, with the Colonels coming away a winner. In the last 4 matchups between these sides, all of them have come down to the final shot or headed to OT. Tip-off this Saturday is set for 3:30. You can listen to it live on the Colonel Sports Radio Network, presented by your local Super Chevy dealers, including our flagship station, ESPN 100.3 The Game, which can be heard in New Orleans, the River Region, and the Tri-Parishes. Now, the Colonel women's basketball team returns to Thibodaux this Saturday, hosting their rivals from McNeese State. Game time is 1 o'clock. Listen to it live on the Colonel Sports Radio Network, presented by your local Super Chevy dealers. KNSU 91.5 FM will carry the broadcast. Also on the network will carry Nicholls baseball as the Colonels host the Carmelin Invitational, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional. Thursday night's matchup with Western Illinois is slated for 6:30 and will air live on KTIB 640 AM. On Friday, Nicholls hosts Louisiana Monroe at 6:30, and Saturday's game against Southern Illinois is at 6 o'clock. Both of those contests can be heard on KNSU 91.5 FM. Now, the Nicholls women's basketball team was looking for a pair of season sweeps against in-state rivals New Orleans and Southeastern Louisiana last week after having their 5-game win streak halted by Northwestern State last time out. Let's start on Thursday night. Lakefront Arena in New Orleans. The Colonels looking to take advantage of the winless Lady Privateers, and junior guard Jenny Nash was going to have her way. Now, UNO would keep it close early. Ariel Davis slips out of traffic, dishing to Danielle Davis. She sets up Octavia Wilson, and the shot falls. Nicholls down a bucket 3+ minutes in. That would be the last time they trailed. A moment later, Nash jump starts her big night with a steal of Danielle Davis's pass. She starts the Colonels up in transition, then drops it to the trailing KK Babin. Bonus ball for Babin, who scored 7. That was 1 of 4 assists for Nash. Nicholls went 7 of 16 from downtown. Then they step on the gas. Imani White with the baseline drive and kick to Nash for the step back 3. Nash with a game-high 17 points on 6 of 10 shooting. Nicholls with 17 steals in this one. They were already leading the league in that category. Babin takes one away here, leads the break, and whips it to Jasmine Scott. She scored 10, joining Nash in double figures. Colonels up by 22 at the break. First possession of the second half, Imani White takes it away and goes coast to coast. The New Orleans native with 15 points. Nicholls scored 25 off of 28 UNO turnovers. This was the kind of night it was for Nash. Babin wasn't even trying to get her the ball here, but she catches the deflection and dishes it out to Taylor Morrison for the jumper. Nicholls running away with it. More of Nash here. She closes out on Danielle Davis and blocks her shot. Nash with 6 blocks on the evening. Then, even when White misses a free throw and UNO clears the board, Flash Nash strikes again, playing possum in the backcourt, the steal and the hoop. Nicholls wins it 63-45. How about this line for Jenny Nash? 17 points, 10 rebounds, 4 helpers, 6 blocks, and 7 steals. Now, with other developments around the league, the Colonels found themselves entering Saturday's matchup at Southeastern Louisiana just 1 game out of first place. They'd go for the season sweep of the Lady Lions, who came in mired in a 3-game losing skid, to the University Center in Hammond, where Jenny Nash picks up right where she left off. Taylor Morrison misses the reverse layup, but bats the rebound out to Nash for the bonus ball. Nicholls up 3 about 4 minutes in. But late in the half, Southeastern goes on a 12-2 run. Asia Gibson gets the ball in the lane, the finish and the foul. Gibson with 19 points and 11 rebounds. The Colonels trailed by 8 at the break. They wind up slipping behind by double figures, but early in the second stanza, Imani White starts a rally. White on her way to a team-best 17-point performance. That preceded an 8-0 Nicholls run, and we got a ball game. Under 11 minutes to play, Nicholls down 2. The ball worked to the right corner. It's Jenny Nash striking again. Another double-double for her. 11 points, 11 boards. Colonels come from 10 down to take the lead. It would only hold for 25 seconds, though. Southeastern shot 47% from downtown in this one. Simone Miller registered 4 makes from beyond the arc. Here's one of them. The Lady Lions are back on top. Colonels found themselves down 1 with under a minute left. Guess who? Jenny Nash with the 3 coming up ties the game at 66. But Southeastern got an offensive rebound at the other end of the floor, and it sets up this. Elizabeth Stiles on the drive and the dish to Nana Poole. That's your winner. Nash's half-court heave at the buzzer rimmed out. Tough one to take. Nicholls now 13-11 overall, 8-5 in the Southland. Well, we take a look at the updated Southland Conference standings. Central Arkansas holds a 1-game edge over Lamar. Nicholls in a 3-way tie for 3rd, though they currently hold the tiebreakers over Stephen F. Austin and McNeese. Texas A&M Corpus Christi is on a roll, winners of 4 straight. Southeastern Louisiana sits in 9th place, but they, along with Sam Houston State and Oral Roberts, are still very much in the hunt for a top 8 spot and a trip in the Southland Tournament. Now, Nicholls is still very much in the hunt for the number 2 seed, which would give them a double bye into the Southland semis. And with a favorable schedule coming up, head coach Doobie Plaisance thinks that that goal is definitely within reach.
Exactly, very doable. And That's what's so wonderful about this team. We're struggling right now, but the great news is they're owning it, and they realize we can still control our own destiny, and they're owning that also. They're not making excuses for themselves, and between what we're going to put them through and what they're going to go through, we're all together going to figure this thing out, and don't count these Colonels out yet. Not even close.
Oh, we're not, Coach. Head coach of the Colonels, Doobie Plaisance, will be back with more with her and much more coming up on Colonel Basketball Weekly, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional in just a moment. Welcome back, folks. Well, the Colonel women's basketball team still has their sights set on a Southland Conference championship. It's a goal that the coaching staff reminds the players about every day. Tiffany Williams has more.
The success of the Colonel women's basketball team stems not only from the talent of its players, but the perseverance of its coaching staff. Head coach Doobie Plaisance, along with her assistants Justin Payne and Mark Beeson, strive to push these ladies to their full potential, both on and off the court. The staff, comprised exclusively of Louisiana natives, knows what it takes to be successful in the Southland Conference. Together, each coach guides the Colonels to victory using the skills they have learned through their playing and professional careers. While these mentors love and care for their players, tough love is used as a tactic to get the Colonels to play to the best of their abilities.
You know, I'm pretty hard on them, and because your opponents are not going to take it easy on you. And I've always believed in the overload principle. You need to overload it, whether it be physically or mentally, because at the end of the day, you don't know what to expect in any given game, and your opponents are going to be relentless, especially at this level. I mean, this is the highest level collegiately of women's basketball, and at this level, it's a lot of people treat it like a business, and it could get pretty cutthroat out there.
I'm pretty much like Coach Doobie, hard on them, very, very hard on them, you know, but I think there's that good balance between, you know, me being a point guard, Coach being a post, so we get that good balance, you know. I'm on the guards real hard, she's really on the post, and then we flip-flop it sometimes. She's on the guards, I'm on the post. It's just a great balance.
Although basketball is the main focus of this program, life lessons are also of importance to Plaisance and her assistants.
When these women leave this program, or in any place I've been, it's never been about the 4 years that I coach any group of young women. It's about the 40 years after. That they're not only ambassadors to the institution, but they're ambassadors to themselves. You know, life is tough, and you have to make some tough choices, and to do the right things and to challenge yourself each and every day. That, you know, doing the right thing might not be the easy way, but at the end of the day, it's going to work out to be the best way.
I even think you got to be looking at a college, especially if you're a young lady. I think you're looking to build your career from here. You want to get your diploma. You want to, you know, learn the kind of discipline it takes, not only through athletics but through academics, to help you be prepared for, whatever it is you want to do. If you want to be, a professional in some sort of, business field, or you just want to be a housewife and a mom, or, whatever it is, it's going to teach you a discipline, and it's going to teach you a structure. And I think more than anything, I want the girls to learn to be an adult, to be able to handle situations, because, our whole staff says it all the time. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it.
While this club prepares to dominate the Southland Conference for the remainder of the season, their coaches will be there to guide them every step of the way and well into the future. For Colonel Basketball Weekly, I'm Tiffany Williams.
Thank you very much, Tiffany. It's time to announce our Rouse's Student Athlete of the Week. You're either local or you're not. Louisiana's Best can be found at your local Rouse's or at rouses.com. This week, it's Stephanie Barnett, a freshman on the women's tennis team. On Saturday, the Victoria, Australia native defeated Auburn's Plean Bergmans, the 21st ranked player in the nation, in straight sets, 6-love, 6-4. Barnett, perfect 4-0 in singles play this year. The women's team did fall to number 20 Auburn 4-1, playing a ranked opponent for the third time in the last 4 matches. We'll have much more coming up on what's going on around Nicholls Athletics on the other side of this timeout. This is Colonel Basketball Weekly, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional.
You may know Thibodaux Regional was the first hospital in the region to take a leadership role in athletic safety, and they responded by developing a comprehensive sports medicine program. But did you know their certified athletic trainers assist high schools with team event coverage, and that they are the region's only hospital with sports medicine fellowship-trained physicians? TJ Boudreau knows they're here for athletes of all ages. Parents, coaches, and athletes know Thibodaux Regional Medical Center for expert, compassionate care.
Donnie, I'm in Rouse's at least 3 times a week, and I want the best prices every day.
Come on, Chef. Let's go shopping.
All right. There's got to be at least 1,000 items just on this one aisle.
At Rouse's, we stock more groceries than anyone else.
I can see that. So what's with the tag? Best price every day.
It's the Rouse's guarantee. You're getting our lowest price every day.
So when I see this tag,
you know you don't have to wait for a sale.
I can shop any day
and get our best price every day. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not.
Well, we're all about the people that we care for. Every day we find a way to make your life better, that's what we're here for. Yeah, we're all about the people. We help you take care of yourself. That's what we do. We're here for you with people's health.
Nicholls State University is taking education on the road, the information superhighway. If you are unable to come to campus, we are bringing the campus to you. Study at home and graduate quicker with Nicholls Online. No more going to class around the school's schedule. Go to class online around your schedule. All of your courses are taught by qualified Nicholls State University professors who are experts in their fields. To take that step, go to nichols.edu/nicholsonline or email nicholsonline@nichols.edu.
It's the countdown to Katy. Southland Conference basketball teams are fighting for a chance to play in the Merrill Center. A league title and a bid to the big dance will be on the line. The action begins March 12th. Visit southland.org/Katy or Ticketmaster.com and start your countdown to Katy.
Welcome back to Colonel Basketball Weekly, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional. Folks, you can watch each and every non-televised Nicholls home game on your computer or mobile device through Colonel's All Access. Live and on-demand viewing is available with daily, weekly, and yearly rates. We even include select road games for free. If you're a Nicholls fan, you need to have a Colonel's All Access subscription. Log on to GoColonels.com. That's our website, GEAUX, GoColonels.com. to register today. For more on what's going on around the athletic department here at Nicholls, including the results from opening weekend on the baseball diamond, here's Alex Tullis.
While the Colonel pitching staff held up well against the Cougars, the offense couldn't get going as the club was shut out in 2 of their 3 games. In Friday's opener, Nicholls managed 5 hits but squandered a solid outing by lefty Taylor Bird in a 3-0 loss. On Saturday, Keith Cormier went 2 for 4 with a double, but it wasn't enough in a 4-0 setback.
I think the only difference this weekend between us and them is that they had a few timely hits back-to-back, whereas we had hits sporadically and our offense wasn't really there.
In the weekend finale, the Colonels broke through for 2 runs on 4 hits, but couldn't overcome an 11-hit Houston attack, falling by a 3-2 final. With the 7-game homestand starting this week, the team has plenty to think about as they try to build on last weekend's showing.
We're going to shore up our offensive approach and game plan, and we need to understand our strengths and weaknesses there, but really stick to our strengths and do what we do best and not sway away from what we're trying to accomplish on offense.
The softball team's weekend in Denton, Texas was a mixed bag. It included a loss against Northern Iowa, 4-3 on Friday and 8-0 on Saturday. They also fell to host North Texas by a score of 8-4 on Friday. The team has identified some of its weaknesses and prepares to build on last weekend's experience.
I think we need to improve making contact kicks, and if we get out, actually moving the runners. Like our coaches say, if you get an out, at least move a runner, and we need to focus on hitting the ball on the ground so runners can advance and we can score more runs.
The weekend also had some high notes for the Nicholls softball squad as the Colonels shut out Southern University twice, 9-0 on Friday and 4-0 on Saturday. Behind solid pitching and a good defensive showing, Nicholls hit the ball well.
We made a couple errors, but overall we completed the outs we need to get. We made some good plays in clutch situations. I thought overall we did really well in that aspect.
After their home opener against Southern on Wednesday, the softball team hits the road again this weekend for a round-robin event at Houston. Meanwhile, baseball hosts the Carmel Inn Invitational beginning on Thursday, taking on a field that includes in-state rival Louisiana Monroe. I'm Alex Tellis for Colonel Basketball Weekly.
Thank you very much, Alex. Folks, we have a big weekend coming up around Nicholls Athletics. The baseball team hosts Western Illinois on Thursday night. On Friday, track and field competes at LSU, while the softball team takes on North Dakota State and Houston in the Space City. Baseball matches up with Louisiana Monroe here in Thibodaux on Friday evening. On Saturday, men's and women's tennis takes on Troy here on campus. Softball is back in action in Houston, facing Columbia and North Dakota State, and the baseball team matches up with Southern Illinois. On Sunday, it's a rematch between Nicholls and Houston in softball. And then on Monday and Tuesday, the golf team competes at the Mo O'Brien Invitational, hosted by McNeese State in Lake Charles. I want to let you know there are plenty of ways to keep up to the minute with Nicholls Athletics. Find our new page at Instagram.com/ColonelSports. We're at YouTube.com/Nicholls Athletics, Facebook.com/GoColonels, and Twitter.com/ColonelSports. And for all the latest information on Nicholls Athletics around the clock, check out our website, GoColonels.com. That's GEAUX, GoColonels.com. All the information you need to follow our 14 athletic programs is right there at your fingertips. That's going to do it for this week's show. You've been watching Colonel Basketball Weekly. We'll talk to you again next week.
Today's show has been presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional, dedicated to patient-centered excellence. This show has also been sponsored by Rouse's Supermarkets. You're either local or you're not. And People's Health, your Medicare health team. This has been a presentation of the Colonel Sports Network.